This is actually kind of fun. I'm from London. What you know about me? It's T-E-E. Got it 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you know I got my master's degree. So when you're learning here, you know you're good with T. Hey mathematicians, I hope you're good. It is the second Monday of the year, meaning it is week 2 of my New Year's resolution. Yeah, wait, whoa, what just happened with my... Oh, just on vibes, like, what do you mean? We celebrate the little wins here too. Yeah, so second week is a big thing because I've been saying this for time. I said I was going to do this. Ask my tutees. Yeah, if you know them, you know them. If you know who you are, you know who you are. But I've been saying it for time. So second week is a big thing here. So yeah, and we're going to go straight in with Pythagoras Theorem. For this topic, you're going to need to know square numbers, surds, subject to the formula. Those are like the 3 main topics. So if you don't know any of them, or if you are struggling with them, you already know what to do, and you know I'm going to answer them. So with that all out the way, let's get into the video. Pythagoras Theorem, or Pythag for short. There's Pythag over there. Hey. Anywho, the Pythagoras Theorem is used to find missing lengths on a right angle triangle. So we've got our right angle triangle here. And for example, here can be 8, and we'll say centimeters. And here could be 6 centimeters. And then we're trying to look for the missing length here, yeah? And how do we find it? We use Pythag. All right, so firstly, let's label this triangle. So you have the hypotenuse, you have the opposite as well, and then you have the adjacent. Yeah, and this is how we label them on the triangle. So hypotenuse is the line that's opposite the right angle triangle. So we label that H, yeah? The opposite is opposite an angle given. So I'm going to give an angle here. We're going to call this A. And then opposite this angle here is going to be the opposite side, yeah? It doesn't really matter for Pythag, but it's good to have this down because you've got topics like trigonometry, where you need to label the triangle correctly. So you might as well just get into practice from now, innit? So now you got the adjacent, which is the last one here, and the way you think of it is adjacent means next to, so it's next to the angle given, yeah? So yeah, now the formula for Pythagoras theorem is h squared is equal to o squared plus a squared. Okay, so we're just going to plug in our numbers. We don't know what h squared is, so we're going to leave that as h squared. We know what o is. O is 6, so o squared is 6 squared. Let's keep the equal sign there. The equal sign being directly underneath means that it's just a continuation of the equation, okay? So yeah, so we've got plus, and then we've got 8 squared. Yeah? So then we know that 6 squared is 36, and 8 squared is 64. 36 plus 64 is 100. So h squared, which I'm going to put in here, h squared is equal to 100, yeah? So now we're going to come over to here, we're going to have h squared. H squared is equal to 100, but we need h for this line, so h, you've square rooted it on both sides, is square root 100, and luckily enough, we can do that in our head, which is 10. Yeah, so this missing length here is 10 centimeters. This can't be 10 meters because 6 centimeters, if you take a ruler, and 8 centimeters, you can't fit 10 meters in between. So yeah, that is how you do Pythagoras theorem. Now, sometimes you might have hypotenuse and sometimes you might have the adjacent, and you need to find the opposite. So with that now, you would use subject to the formula. One of my tutees told me that their teacher said the Pythag theorem is x squared plus x squared equals x squared. Please do not listen to this, okay? I'm not telling you that all your teachers are wrong, but this, no, because if we were to add these together, it's going to be x squared plus x squared is actually 2x squared, yeah? And we just seen that the opposite and the adjacent are not the same number, so this is incorrect. This is not true, okay? So just to put that out there, if you ever see that, stay far from it, please, please, please. We will stick with the H, O's, and A's. Keeps things simple. here's some examples for you to try. I've left the Pythagoras Theorem at the top so that you can use that. I've also given you an angle in case you want to practice labeling the triangle. So feel free to pause the video and resume it when you are ready. Okay, welcome back. I've labeled the triangles for you and let's get straight into it. So we are looking for h. Okay, so we've got h squared is equal to o squared, which is 7 squared, plus a squared, which is 9 squared. Yeah? So then we're going to write these down in here. 7 squared is 49, and 9 squared is 81. And then 49 plus 81 is equal to 130. That's h squared, so h is equal to root 130. Now this is the exact value. We can also plug it into our calculator. Root 130 is 11.40, yeah, 2 decimal places. So we can put it in there, which is equal to 11.40 meters, because it's in meters, okay? Okay, so the next one we actually have to find the adjacent. So we're going to need to use subject to the formula. If you need to know what subject to the formula is, comment below and I'll make a video on that. So to do this, we're going to quickly change the formula. So we're going to do minus o squared on both sides. So the formula is now h squared minus o squared is equal to a squared. So I quickly just made a squared the subject here and made it colourful because, you know, we gotta have some colours here. Okay, so h squared is 23 squared. And o squared is 15 squared. Okay, so 23 squared is 529. And o squared is 225. Okay, so 529 minus 225 is 304. That is a squared, so a is equal to root 304. I can also check on the calculator, and that's 17.44 centimeters. And there we go. So that was Pythagoras Theorem. If you found anything helpful in this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in our next session, which is next Monday. Hey, hey, with a yay, yay, yay. This is actually kind of fun.